everybody, my name is Kim and welcome to our self-love group. I am so excited that you are here and cannot wait to get rolling and share some of this amazing content with you. Just a little bit about me to introduce myself. I have been a health and wellness coach for about 3 years now. I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom to 2 little boys, which I absolutely love, and just have this coaching business kind of in the cracks of my daily mom life. But it has allowed me to connect with so many amazing people like yourselves and to help other people as I continue on my journey and learn things myself, because I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a physical, therapist or a personal trainer or an expert in any way, shape, or form, but I have learned an awful lot over the past 3 years. And what I found is that the things that I have struggled with are the things that most moms struggle with, from mom guilt to feeling like self-care is selfish, to making the time and prioritizing ourselves. There are just, and taking care of our bodies, like nutritional wise and exercising and there's just some really universal and common struggles. But I have found over the past several years that as I continued on my journey and watched other women come into my groups to make healthy changes in the areas of health and fitness, that even when somebody, like, you might think, oh gosh, well, Kim and these girls already love themselves, they're already exercising and eating well and taking care of their bodies. You could be wrong, because a lot of people are coming at something that seems like self-love, so coming at exercise and fitness from the wrong perspective, from a place of hate, like self-hate. That was my story. I used to have an eating disorder for years, and I worked out like obsessively and deprived myself of the calories and nutrients that my body needed because I didn't love myself. And I spent a long time looking for love in all the wrong places. And as a perfectionist and a performance-driven person, I can tell you that a lot of the times I have come at my life from a place of more of like a trying to be good enough and just that performance wheel that I was on to be enough. And I have had a really strong inner critic my whole life. I grew up with a perfectionist, critical father, and his voice has been ingrained in my head. And so I have been kind of just what I feel like almost just drilled to find the error in something, that nothing's ever good enough. And so when I do something, I don't look at all I did right. I look at that one thing that I did wrong, and it bothers me. And I've noticed that it has just stolen my peace and my joy so much throughout my life. And now that I've gotten to a place where I am exercising daily and feeding my body nutritious foods because I love myself, and I've learned to actually love myself just as much on the days that I don't work out, or if I have a pizza or, a piece of chocolate, that I have learned that love that I have for myself, that I have come to know through God's love for me. I want to share that with everybody, because everybody needs that. If our self-love is only based on what we achieve or a number on the scale, when we reach that, like, what happens then? And if we never, I feel like if we come at it from a place of self-hate, we'll actually never get to our goals, and we'll never really live the life that we could live, a full and an abundant life that's waiting for all of us when we kind of surrender. We'll learn to silence that inner critic and kind of surrender the fears, choose the voice of love any given moment, no matter what choice we're facing, and that we'll learn to really live free. So a lot of this content that I'll be sharing from you in this group is from a book called Mastering Your Mean Girl. And as I read through that book, personal development is a huge part of what I do as a coach. It really just transformed my mind, and I cannot wait to share some of this stuff with you ladies. Now, of course, self-love, a big component of that is taking care of ourselves. So I am giving you free access to workouts for the week. I am giving you free meal plans that you can follow, because I believe that when we love ourselves, we really want to take good care of ourselves. And when we are doing that, we feel better, we feel more alive. So if health and fitness is something that you struggle with, and you find you're like me, when I first began coaching 18 months postpartum, I made my kid my world, and I truly felt like it was really wrong and selfish for me to spend any time on me. I didn't realize that it actually made me a better mom. It took me a long time to work through some of that and the mom guilt and the feelings of selfishness, to come out on the other side and realize that I am a better mom, a better me, and more joyful. I have more confidence now. I have a better relationship with my husband and more intimacy, and an incredible business that's come from it. And I can help a lot of other people who struggle with those same things, all because I decided, to begin this journey. And so I love connecting with people like yourselves, meeting you wherever you're at. Pour into other people who need to hear that same message and who need to learn that self-care isn't selfish, because truly, when we are filling our own cups first, we have more to give. That overflow flows into the lives of everybody around us. And I don't know about you, but I really want to role model self-care for my kids. I want them to see a mom who loves herself, not a mom who hates herself, a mom who believes in herself. And my a mom who has really become her own best friend, and that by learning to encourage myself and believe in myself, that voice will become their inner voice, and that they'll learn to do the same thing. So I am super glad that you're here, whether you already love fitness, whether you are working out or aren't, whether you take care of yourself with good food or not. I hope that even just the tips that I share, if you are somebody that is really self-judgmental and critical and whatever you do is just never good enough, I really am so glad that you're here. I can't wait to share. Please comment below if you have any questions about this, and I will do an introduction post tomorrow, and just really excited to meet all of you, to connect, and to get the ball rolling on Monday.